Good Sunday afternoon to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the program Afternoon Tea. This is the program where we're sure to have good company, good conversation, good information, and of course, I always have to have my cup of tea. And the weather today, it's just right for that good cup of tea. So, today's episode, what can I say? We have in store for you a beautiful, beautiful person, and she is here to share her story about her journey to fitness. Our program, the topic today is living an empowered life through fitness. Yes, we can be empowered through a life of fitness. And so I want you to call a friend, call your neighbor, call another sister, tell them afternoon tea is on, and well, you'll see who my guest is in a bit. Fitness is really key in terms of holistic wellness. And as women, we really, really must make fitness, health, a part of our everyday routine. I know for me, I'll be honest, I've been on again, off again. I get motivated and I started with a frenzy and then it fizzles off. Well, today we're just going to share and we're going to get that encouragement, that little that you need if you're like me to start your journey again. Well, without further ado, I'm going to bring my guest into studio. I want you to give this person a very warm welcome. Let's welcome Fonda Samuel, better known as Fit Fonda. Welcome, Fonda, to the program.
Hi, Giselle. Thank you for having me.
You are most welcome. Fonda girl, hear this. I said I need to be prepared. I need to look the part for this program. I almost went out and bought a little gear to look as if, I'm ready. But I said, no, Giselle, calm down. You need to get some advice from Fonda first before you go out and pretend that you're the fitness queen. I got so excited. I'm really glad you're here and you have taken the time to be with us this afternoon.
I'm glad to be here. I will start off by saying that I am very, very nervous. I don't usually do lives, but I appreciate you having me. So,
yes.
If I fumble a bit, please forgive me.
And that's the thing. We're just sharing from our hearts. So fumbles are a part of it, and that's okay. My audience, they're okay. They're kind. They're nice. Yes?
Great.
So Fonda, let's just start. Tell us a bit about you. Where are you from? For those of you who don't know, who have never heard about Fonda Samuel, or who have never heard about Fit Fonda. Where are you from?
Okay, so my name is Fonda Samuel. My name in the fitness community is Fit Fonda.
Yes.
That name was actually coined by a friend. A friend called me that years ago, and I started adopting that hashtag when posted anything fitness related. I am originally from Sangre Grande. I am 37 years old, and I'm a mom of two, a 17-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Wow. Yeah. And she doesn't look a day over 16. My goodness.
I am staring down 38. It's very, very close next month. Yeah.
You wear it well.
Thank you.
So Fonda, today, as I was telling you, I saw your story and you it started with someone asking you a question and you shared why you started. You shared your why with that person, and I identified with your why. I saw myself in that why. I remember I was around 38 or 39, and I said I had this big plan. I'm going to be fit by 40.
Right.
40 came, 40 went. I'm now 42, and I'm still at the starting blocks. So that's why I said, I need to get someone on to really encourage a woman like me who who you need that extra, but you need to hear it from someone you could identify with. And I think I
Right.
saw that in you. I identified with your story. And so that's why I'm so glad you're here with us. So let's get into that story. What was your motivation? What motivated you to start on your fitness journey?
Um, so people are shocked to hear when I say that when I got into this whole fitness journey, it was purely for vanity reasons. It
Okay.
wasn't to try to better my health or anything like that. I honestly wanted to look better. I have three sisters, and I know, as bad as it sounds, I didn't want to be the fat sister in pictures. I didn't
Yes.
want my kids to be ridiculed for having an overweight mom because we know how vicious kids can be in schools at
Yes.
times,
Yes.
among other reasons. I wanted to be able to fit into cute clothes. I like to dress up, and at the time, the options were really, really limited for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was purely for that. I
Yes.
actually only got into the healthier aspect of it when I had lost most of the weight. And I really started paying attention to what I was consuming, stuff that I was drinking, because it took some work for me to lose the weight, and I didn't want to put it back on and just let all my hard work go to waste. So it's only I make sure, and I honestly say health was never the main factor in the
It wasn't
beginning.
the main factor in the
Yeah, I just
beginning.
wanted to look better, but health
Yes.
is a big part of it now for me. Yeah,
Mm. But what caused the change in thinking? Okay, I did it for the exterior, but
yeah.
somehow it has shifted now. I think this is a mindset shift. Is a now a lifestyle. What caused the shift into the health and really the holistic approach to your lifestyle?
So my previous place of employment, I could remember having to walk upstairs to speak to a supervisor. And the
Mm-hmm.
flight upstairs was probably 12 stairs, but it was pretty steep.
Yes.
And by the time I walked up those 12 stairs, I felt like I could have coughed up a lung. My chest
Wow.
was on fire. I felt like I couldn't breathe because at my biggest, I was 240 pounds. I
Yes.
currently, I weigh, I fluctuate between 165 and 170 now. So it's about 70 pounds I've lost, and I've kept off for almost 7 years, 7 going on 8 years now. But I remember those things, and I remember telling myself, yes, you're losing the weight, but you're still not healthy. You need to start to, adopt the healthier aspect of it. And so in the beginning, I was doing different diets and stuff like that to help keep the weight down. And eventually, it just morphed into me eating better all the time, making better
Wow.
food choices all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like what you said. You said you're losing the weight, but you're
Yeah.
not healthy. So I'm getting
Yeah.
this sense you could lose all the weight in the world, but really what it means to be healthy is
Yeah.
something a little different. And that's where you are right now. You're
Yes.
looking at your life. You're looking at, why do I lead this type of life? It's because of your healthy perspective. And I'm thinking it's healthy in your mind, healthy inside, not just the physical, not just the losing of the weight. So I
Yes.
think that's important to
Mm-hmm.
note. When you started, did you set targets to measure your success? I'm asking this because, as I said, I had this plan, Fit by 40, and I would have joined these group sessions and follow these things that you have this big weigh in at the beginning, and then everything every month or every whatever, you have to weigh, you have to weigh. And I know for me, I started to get like panic attacks because they give you
Right.
what you're supposed to reach at whatever state. And then when you come to weigh, it's like, I'm not there. I didn't do it. I didn't meet my goal. And so I got discouraged and I never went back. And I know some of the ladies listening, they probably could identify with that. Did you set hard and fast targets and goals and measured your success in that rigid way? How was it for you?
Yes, I believe in setting goals. You can set a
Okay.
long-term goal. So your long-term goal would be to eventually lose so and so amount of weight. But you can also set short-term goals to help you reach that long-term goal. So short-term goals, as simple as wanting to eat more salads for the week, or including more veggies with your meals for the week, drinking more water, so hitting that target for the week, all of that adds up and helps you to meet your long-term goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I could say I start realistically
Yeah.
20 pounds. And with that, so that's my long term. I want to
Yeah.
lose 20 pounds. And then I break it down in how I'm going to approach losing the 20 pounds.
Yes.
That's the understanding. Okay. So it doesn't have to be. What do you think, though, of those type of programs? Are they necessary? Are there benefits in being involved in that kind of rigidity where you have to weigh in, or is it, a more fluid approach, as you said?
So I have done programs like that in the past, and for me, it led to a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're thinking that you're competing against these other people and you not measuring up to them, even though you might be working your butt off, you're still not measuring
Yes.
up to them because everybody's body is
Yes.
different, I don't really subscribe to that way of thinking.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just think, you know what you have to do as
Yes.
best as you can,
Yes.
and a little goes a long way. So a little bit every day adds up. I have a fitness group for women on Facebook called Fitness Sisters TT, and I use this
Okay.
hashtag often, drop by drop, meaning every drop fills the buckets. You do a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
every day. You don't have to go big or go home. I don't believe in that at all, because eventually you will get burned out. You have to remember that this healthier lifestyle is not a sprint; it's a marathon,
Ah.
right?
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
for the rest of your life. You have to
Yes.
teach yourself these healthier habits. Teach yourself to eat better. Teach yourself to want to exercise every day. Yeah.
A couple of things I'm hearing out of just what you said there.
Yeah.
And I like how you described it. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. I heard it a different way. It's a journey, it's not an event. So it's not an event and then that's it. It's
With
a
an end
long,
date. Yeah.
with an end date.
Yeah.
This
There's
is this.
no end date in mind.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. And then you spoke about the burnout. So you have to make this sustainable. So you have to ask yourself, how am I going to make this lifestyle change sustainable so that I don't get the burnout, I don't experience the anxiety, but I make it sustainable for me. And then another thing, many people start for different reasons. You mentioned, in the initial stages, it was external. You wanted to lose that weight. You didn't want to be the fat, quote unquote, sister in the pictures. Other persons will start because of health reasons. They are told
Right.
that I have to lose this weight because of
Right.
health reasons.
Yes.
And so if you are made to feel that, this pressure, then it defeats the purpose because you're dealing with a difficult reality, for example, a health situation,
Yeah.
and then compounding it with, I have to lose the weight, I have to lose the weight. I think the approach that you're suggesting, long-term goal, break it down, and then start where you are meeting
Right.
and crossing. I meet the first goal, next goal, next one. Then
Right.
eventually you would have arrived at your long-term
Term
goal.
goal.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Where does your motivation come from? So it's been years since that initial start. Where does your motivation come from today, still today? Where do you find it?
I think it's ingrained in me now. I really just want to be the fittest and healthiest version of me that I can be. And yes, people look at these Instagram models and other fitness figures for inspiration and for motivation. I look to myself because at the end of the day, I am the one who decides to get up at 5 a.m. to go and run. Or
Yes.
when I get home from work tired, I'm the one who decides to go to the gym. There is no one on Instagram or social media really who can put that in me, can
Yes.
give me that drive to want to go and do this. You have to want it yourself.
Yes.
And the only way you could really stick with wanting to do this is by making it as simple as possible. So I live Sangre Grande. I know a friend who told me he lives Sangre Grande as well. He goes to a gym in Grand Bazaar. Grand Bazaar is almost an hour away from here. And
Yes.
I remember thinking, how long are you going to stick with this? Because you're coming home from work, you get up to Grandy to change to get to go down there, you will burn out after a while. So you try to keep it
Okay.
as simple as possible.
I like
So
that.
simple things like joining in a gym right in your area. And even if,
Yes.
I mean, you're joining a gym, I don't know about others, but I don't need fancy. The gym I go to, even now, the gym I started off at, and even the one I go to now, is a basic, simple gym because all
Yes.
I need is a place to sweat and a place
Yes.
to work out and people to correct me with my form. That's it. That's the most
Okay.
important things. I don't care about fanciness and making sure it have AC and none of that. None of that really
Yes.
matters. I mean, if it matters to you, go right ahead. But for me,
Right.
I really just want a place to sweat. Yeah.
Okay, wow, I like that. I like how you
Yeah.
say make it as simple as possible.
Yes.
So, an example is, of course, if you go to the gym, get one close to home. So it's not
Right.
that extra time investment to get to the gym. So you get tired,
Right.
oh man, when the day of the week comes, you don't want to go. Could you give us
Right.
some other
Some
examples of making it simple, keeping it simple?
um find something you like. So
Okay.
like me, I have no coordination at all. None. So stuff
Yes.
like Zumba and aerobics, I avoid that like the plague. That's not for me.
Okay.
And if,
Okay.
I was having to, if that is what I had signed up for and having to go to that every day and knowing that I don't like it, at the
Yes.
first chance to bail on that, I would. So find
Wow,
something
I
you
like
like.
that.
I like going to the gym. I like
Hmm.
running. I like hiking whenever I can. And those are the things
Hmm.
I do. I know friends who are in great shape from aerobics and Zumba, but that is not for me.
Yes.
I don't like it. And I've never
Okay.
made that a secret. I don't like it at all. I know people who
Okay.
don't like going to the gym and they work out consistently at home and they've seen great success
Yes.
that way. So do something
Yes.
you like. Otherwise,
Okay.
at the first chance, first opportunity you get, you're going to bail on it and you will just give up.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
So one, an example of keeping things as simple as possible. If you're a gym goer, get one close to home, close to your location.
Yes.
Secondly, do things you like. So don't do it because it's the new in thing. Don't do it
Right.
because it's a fad. Do it
Don't.
because you like it, because that will help with the consistency and the sustainability of your efforts. Could you give us one more example of keeping things simple, Fonda?
Um, so I sometimes see all these crazy challenges popping up online on social media with people
Yes.
taking part. Even the from the Instagram models and the fitness people on social media, all these complicated moves and crazy, and some of them look dangerous too. I saw
Yes.
someone balancing on the the Basel ball, the half ball,
Hmm.
and balancing with weights and trying to do me. I would fall over and bust my head. That is not for
Yes.
me.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
stick to the basics and still see great progress with that.
Okay.
So
You
regular upper
give.
body workouts, regular lower body workouts, stuff like that.
Yes.
Simple.
Yes.
Regular squats, deadlifts, push-ups, that sort of thing. And you're not doing it all together. It's not combined with anything else. You're getting in the
Yes.
work every day, little by little, it all adds up.
You're raising with your response there something that has always been a concern for me, the level of difficulty for some of these exercise routines.
Hmm.
Now, I mentioned I would have joined some of these groups, and most everyone, they were, I guess, in a better condition
Right.
than I was. And it's as if there was no concern for me, and I forced myself to try to do these difficult exercises only to harm myself, my legs.
Right. Right.
How would you advise someone when choosing routines or getting involved, how to really to choose what exercise is beneficial? How would I know?
So if you're going to a gym, first thing first, whoever you're working out with in the gym, they have the floor people who, help you out.
Hmm.
They can advise you on different modifications or variations for different exercises. So especially like if you
Okay.
have bad knees or you have a bad shoulder or a bad back, they could show you different variations. And even if you're working out online, you're doing a workout from online at home, you can Google for yourself different variations for different
Yes.
modifications. I
Yes.
in my fitness group, I post weekly challenges. So I post something on every Monday morning, and for the week, I challenge people to post, yourself performing that exercise. And I have a
Okay.
friend who she does the challenge every week, and it's been like that for
Yes.
almost 2 years. And she
Wow.
can't do everything, but she makes sure to get a modification or variation every week
Mhm.
without fail. So she's never left out. She never feels left out. She's taking
Yes.
part still. And the purpose of the
Yes.
different challenges that I throw out is just to show people different exercises and um, to let them know, if they post it, people could critique and let them know if you're doing it properly, because not everybody can make it to the gym. Most people right
Okay.
now, especially in these COVID times, working out at
Yes.
home, and you may be
Yes.
thinking that you're doing it properly, and you could be doing it incorrectly and possibly injuring
Oh,
yourself.
wow. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. And so these persons, they must be knowledgeable. You can't entrust your fitness well-being to somebody who does not know, and they should be able to guide you accordingly based on what you
Yes.
tell
Yeah.
them. Okay, I have these challenges, but I still want a routine, and they would guide you accordingly. I
Yes.
really,
Yeah.
really like that. If you are just joining us, welcome. This is the program Afternoon Tea, where we have good conversation, good company, and good information being shared. This afternoon, I have with me Fonda Samuel, better known as Fit Fonda, and
Hi.
we're
Hi.
discussing all things concerning fitness and living an empowered life as a lifestyle, fitness as a lifestyle. So we're just getting into the juicy stuff. So you are just in time. Let me just say hello to some people. Krishandra, hi Krishandra. Krishandra is one of our regulars. She's from Barbados, and
Hi.
every
Hi.
time we're on, she's there encouraging us. Thank you for stopping by. Jillian, hi Jillian, welcome. If you do have a question and you want to ask Fonda, please put them in the comments. I would get those questions, and she will indeed answer those questions. So Fonda, again, I'm looking at what is out there, and I've been hearing a lot about this type of formula, that there's a formula to fitness. And I heard about the FIT formula, FITT, and it stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. So this formula will aid you in your quest to achieve fitness success. Do you subscribe to things like these, or do you have your own formula that you work with?
I basically have my own formula, but that fit formula is also an easy way to get started.
Okay.
Like you said, it stands for frequency, intensity,
Intensity,
time,
time, and type.
type. Right. So frequency basically refers to how often you exercise. Um,
Okay.
intensity is the amount of effort required or invested in the workout.
Yes.
Time is self-explanatory. This is simply how long each individual session lasts.
Yes.
And type is the type of exercise you should be doing or want to be doing.
Wow.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
just break it down like that. I think it simplifies it for everyone when you
Okay.
look at it like that. Yeah.
So could we give our viewers an example using this? So frequency, what do you suggest? What is the required frequency in terms of exercise? Once a week, twice a week,
No, for
half day?
someone now starting off, the
Yes.
frequency I would suggest maybe 3 to 4 days starting off. I have been
Okay.
working out a couple of years now, and I work out maybe 5 to 6 days a week. But that is because I've been doing it a little while now. For someone now
Okay.
starting off, like when I first started, I would do it maybe 3, 4 days for the week. So
Yes.
Monday, skip Wednesday, rest Tuesday, workout Wednesday, rest Thursday, workout Friday, and maybe try to do something as well on either Saturday or Sunday.
Wow, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Intensity. Could you give an example
Um,
of what intensity means in terms of exercise?
well, it's basically the amount of effort or the amount of effort you're going to invest in the workout. So, like I was saying earlier, you don't have to go. I don't like the saying of go hard and go
Or go
home.
home?
I don't
Yes.
like that. You don't have, it doesn't have to be like, I see some people recommend HIIT workouts every day. HIIT workouts is be taxing on your body and it tires you out. It's designed to burn you out. Imagine
Mhm.
doing that every day. After about a week or two, I don't want to exercise again. I
Okay.
trying to avoid that all the time. So,
Yes.
pick the intensity that, still keeping you active, but not burning you out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because you would see people posting they do something with tires. They have tires and
Yeah.
all of that. So you have to know how to mix and how to modify these types of
Right.
really intense.
Hence workouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about spin? Spin is another type of intense workout
It's
that you would
intense.
have to.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of spin, but I have a
Yes.
friend, Ria, who is a spin monster, and she
Yes.
has seen great progress with it. But again, like
Okay.
I said, you pick something you like. I don't like spin,
Yes.
but she loves it, and I've
Yes.
seen it working for her and a few
For
others
her.
as well. Yeah.
Okay, great. And well, time, how much time you would
Right. And
allot here?
some people, they have this notion that, you need to be in the gym or you need to work out for a couple hours for the day. I work
Mm.
out for 45 minutes minimum. The most it might go to is maybe an hour, depending on if I'm doing
Really?
extra stuff, maybe an hour, 15 minutes, but that's it. I don't go more than
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Are you
And
serious,
and
Fonda?
it all adds up. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
wow,
it.
wow. You get the impression that you have 3 hours or else you're not doing anything.
I don't have that time. I don't have 3 hours to get to the gym, girl. No, I
Yes,
don't.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. And I guess type of exercise.
Right. And the
Yes,
thing is, you see, when I go to the gym, I go with the mindset that I'm here to work out. So yes, I might bump
yes,
friends and stuff, but there's no old talking alignment for me. I am here to
yes,
work out. I'm in workout mode and I get it done. That is it.
yes.
We can talk after, but while I'm
Right.
there, no interruptions. I am here to work out and I'm focused on that.
When you're now starting and you want company, you don't want to
Yeah.
do this alone. So you need to be very selective about who you choose to accompany you on
Right.
this
Yes.
effort. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because they might be counterproductive to what you're trying to do. I
Right. And then
understand. I
sometimes
understand.
this may sound selfish, but I tell people, be really selective with who you're getting into the fitness lifestyle with. And
Okay.
um, for me, I usually do it alone because I could remember 7 years ago, someone, a relative of mine, we were both thinking about starting the gym and starting to eat
Yes.
better. This is at the very beginning of my fitness journey.
Yes.
And she had said, well, you know what, we'll start Monday. And Monday
Hmm.
came, and when Monday evening reached and time to go to the gym, she was like, I don't need to set a fitness today. Let me go next week Monday. Because people have the mindset, I only need to start on a Monday. So I say, well, all
Yes.
right, the week done wasted.
Yes.
We'll wait till next week Monday. Next week Monday come, same thing.
Same
But I really
excuse.
wanted to start. So I say, well, all right, I'll wait. Let me give her one more week again. The next
Yes.
Monday, same thing. I left her. I went to the gym and I never stopped. 7 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm
Yeah.
really
And
glad
and
that
funny thing is, 7 years later, she never started.
oh dear. Wow. Not even after seeing, the strides you have made. So
Yeah.
it's really sometimes an individual thing. You have to, okay, go it
Right.
alone. I need
Yeah.
to start and I need to start today.
Yes. Even
Wow,
when,
wow.
so I'm a self-taught, I run as well. I'm a self-taught runner.
Yes.
When I first started off, I adopted like most runners, the walk run method. So I'm
What's
teaching
that?
myself to run. So to break it down, I would go to a recreation ground in my area. So most
Hmm.
recreation grounds are like rectangular shaped. I would run the short end, walk the long
Right.
end, run the other short end, walk the other long
Mm-hmm.
end to complete a round.
Oh,
Eventually
okay.
progressing to running the long end, walking the short end, running the other long end, walking the short end, until I progressed to running one lap, walking a lap, running one
Mm-hmm.
lap, until now I can go and run like 30 laps of that same
Run it.
recreation ground now without stopping.
Okay. I like the sound
So
of that.
right,
Run,
and
walk,
that
run,
was yeah, that
walk.
was my
Yes.
simple way. Or even if you're in your neighborhood, you run towards you set a light pole as your
Mm-hmm.
target. You run towards it, and then you decide you're walking till the next one, and then you'll run to the next, something like that to simplify it. because I was really trying to teach myself to breathe properly, because running requires a certain way of breathing, because some people, even though they think it's their legs, some people complain it's their legs getting tired. It was never my legs getting tired. It was me not being able to breathe properly. So it took me a couple of years of working up to that until I was able to breathe properly and be an actual runner, run without stopping. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a technique. It's a kind of, you have to understand the technique of it.
Ooh. Yeah, it's basically to train yourself to breathe better. And the only way to I tell people, the only way to get better at running is by doing it often, being consistent with it. So you have to put in the work in order for you to improve.
Okay. Fonda, I'm curious. How soon did you notice that you were able to do more and more and more? At which point, after 3 months, you realized, I could. Wow. How?
Yes, after a couple of months, I would notice myself getting better, and I would evaluate myself every couple of months, because I could remember there's a whenever I go to do push-ups in the gym, I remember how I started off. So I started off with what they commonly refer to it as lady push-ups. So where you're going down on your knees and starting off, right? That is like a modified version. I remember starting that in the gym years ago with a trainer and struggling to do maybe 3. And that is like a simpler version of a push-up. Until I progressed from that, and I started doing the regular push-ups, and I could remember trying to force out 1 or 2 and still struggling. But I kept at it. I did it every week. I forget how many days for the week I would have to do push-ups or what, but I incorporated it in my regular workout. And now I can I do regular push-ups now, and I could do the advanced one where with your elevated legs and stuff like that, different versions of it. But I could probably do like 25, 30 push-ups now before having to pause and take a break.
Wow.
And that doesn't come easy. That took years of me working up to that.
Okay. And you mentioned that you run as well now. How soon
run as well, yeah.
Were you able to run your first marathon? How soon after you started?
All right. So firstly, a marathon, I think you're referring to a 5K. A marathon is 26 miles. That is the big kahuna for everyone.
Yes.
I have done the Trinidad and Tobago Marathon twice, and it remains the hardest thing I've ever done in my fitness life. The hardest, yeah.
Wow.
But I think you're commonly referring to like the races they have all over Port of Spain. So these 5K.
Yes.
A 5K is 3 miles.
Okay.
So, and that's the distance most people do. It took me, I would say, maybe a year for me to consistently bring down my time, because my first 5K time was probably like 50 something minutes.
Okay.
And now, all these years later, I can run a 5K in 27 minutes, maybe 26 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
But it took a while. There's a lot of consistency in that. I run as often as I can. These days I'm not running as much as I used to in the past, because we don't have any races to look forward to, anything like that.
Yeah.
When you have an actual race, you're training and you're working towards a goal. Now I'm running because I want to and when I can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What about weight training? Is that a part of your fitness routine?
Yes, I love weight training. Yes. I think I used to say I like running more, but now I think I like the weight training more. And I know a lot of women.
I was going to ask that question. No, you go ahead. I think you're answering my question.
Are of the belief that, if I lift weights, I'll look like a man.
That was my question.
That is far from the truth. No, weights is what. So you can diet and you can run and you will lose weight, but to achieve that toned, fit look, that is where the weight training comes in. Yeah, that's where the weight training comes in. The weight sculpts your body, and it changes the way you look. You wouldn't get that through diet or like cardio alone.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you lose weight training is a must.
Do you lose weight from weight training as well? Or
yes, and yes. You lose weight, yes, but you also put on muscle, and muscle is what gives you that lean look. So
Okay.
I lost most of the weight years ago, and I was weighing 165 pounds. Today, I weigh 170 pounds, 5 pounds
Yes.
more,
Mhm.
but I look much smaller. And that is
Okay.
because of the weights that change the way my body looks. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, wow. If you are just joining us, this is the program Afternoon Tea, and I'm here having tea with Fonda Samuel of Fit Fonda fame. And we're talking about living an empowered life through fitness. She's sharing her story, giving us tips, sharing her experiences. She is real, a real person just deciding I want to change my life. And
Yeah.
she is a living example for us. Remember, if you have questions and you want to find out something from Fonda, please put them in the comments and I'll get those questions to Fonda. Fonda, so let's talk about, we're talking about the fitness side of thing, but I know your eating, your diet,
Yes.
nutrition
That
is
is
another
most important when it
component.
comes to weight loss.
Oh, so let's go into that. How did you change your life? I know I read from your story. You're my twin sister, doubles, Fonda.
Oh
You
gosh,
doubles.
I
Oh
am the
Lord.
doubles queen of Trinidad. I know
Oh,
doubles isn't the healthiest choice, but
yes.
unless a doctor comes and tells me you cannot eat doubles again, that's the only way I would stop. It's like a life and death situation. That's the only way I would stop with doubles. I just don't eat it every day anymore because I had
Okay.
a big doubles habit. I used to eat doubles like 5 days for the week. So I'm working
Yes.
5 days for the week. Every morning I would have doubles, and I would have like three doubles every day.
Wow.
There, and
Wow.
yeah, yeah, you can't do
Wow.
that. That is way too much. So now, even though I love doubles, I have
Mm-hmm.
it maybe once a month now. Yeah,
Okay.
and I
So you
would
have
still go and have maybe two
eliminated
or
it.
three. I
Yes.
can't give up doubles, girl. I
But it's
can't.
once a month.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't feel fit every day anymore. But when I
Mm-hmm.
do feel fit, I have it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So let's talk about a typical day in terms of meal planning because I think a part of it people and why people get tired too is because you have to plan a lot. You have to be a lot more intentional about
Yeah.
what you eat. So you have to do some of the prep work beforehand. How was
Yes.
that change for you and what do you do now? Give us some examples of, let's say, what is breakfast, what is lunch, what is dinner?
Okay, so firstly, I try to center my meals around meat and eggs, which are my protein sources, veggies, peas and beans, fruits, and like ground provision and stuff like that.
Yes.
I rarely eat rice. I'm not a big fan of rice at all. I would have that maybe once a month if I make a pilau.
Yes.
Um, Other than that, it's a lot of I substitute a lot of veggies for in place of the rice. Where I would usually have rice, I have veggies in the place of that. So like today for lunch, my kids had rice, stewed chicken, stewed lentils, and some coleslaw. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have the rice. I cut up some cucumbers. I had
Mm-hmm.
the lentils and the stewed chicken and the coleslaw on the side. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, which is, I
Wow.
mean, it's still a healthy meal. I don't miss
Yes.
rice at all. I know some people they love rice, but
Mm-hmm.
when you look at it, it's the amount you're eating as well. Because Trini's overdo it.
Oh,
You
so
can
you
eat you
portion
eating
size.
three pot
Yes.
spoonful of rice at every meal. No,
Okay.
yeah,
So
no.
you have to be very mindful about portion sizes as
Yeah,
well.
you can. I mean, you can still have the rice if that is something you like, just not every
Yes,
day and not in the amount that you're used to.
you're used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
So
you're
breakfast.
accustomed having
Uh-huh.
three
Sorry. Go
pot
ahead.
spoonfuls of
Cut
rice,
it up.
have one, cut it down, and try to add more
Yes.
veggies to your plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, for breakfast, most days I have oats
Mm-hmm.
alongside two or three boiled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So in my oats bowl, I have rolled oats, some chia
Yes.
seeds, some flaxseed, um, some dried cranberries,
Yes.
and a drizzle of honey, and I mix it with water. I put it overnight in the fridge so it would get soft, is what they call overnight oats, for it to get
Mm-hmm.
really soft and nice. Yeah. But
Okay.
some people mix it with milk, but
Mm.
I've noticed that as I got older, I don't know, I think I've developed like an intolerance to it. So
Intolerance for milk.
yeah,
Okay,
so I
dairy.
would be
Okay.
really gassy. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid milk as much as I can. But I mean,
Okay.
nothing is wrong with you having milk in your oat if that's what you want.
Okay, great.
So
And what
breakfast could
about
be that,
dinner?
or even
Uh-huh.
like, or even scrambling the eggs. I have eggs almost
Right.
every day, by the way. Scrambling eggs
Yes.
with veggies. So like I scramble it with okra and tomatoes, and I
Mm-hmm.
have that like 3, 4 eggs scrambled with okra and tomatoes, and I have that alone. That's breakfast. Not with I don't
Wow.
eat it with bread or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you stay full until lunchtime
Yes, because
or?
egg is protein, and protein is
Mm-hmm.
what helps you to feel full for longer. So I have protein at every meal. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay,
even,
okay.
I mean, most of the time it keeps me full until lunchtime. But even if I need
Yes.
something, I have a piece of fruit or I have like a handful of nuts or something.
Handful
Yeah.
of nuts. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And then, Fonda, when you come home from work, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, what do
So
you
you
eat? You
see,
know, it's
that
easy to
is
just
where
grab something.
I was about to say that's where the meal planning comes in, the meal prepping. So I try to
Oh,
prep as much as I can before, beforehand. So like on a Sunday, I
yes.
prep things for a couple days, not for the entire week, but for maybe
Okay.
2 or 3 days. Because when you get home tired from work, and sometimes you get home late, and after all that traffic, you're really tired. You still have to come home and be a mom. I have to
Mm-hmm.
check over homework. I still have to probably cook, make something for them, and then just regular chores.
Mm-hmm.
If you come home real tired and you don't have anything prepared there for you, you'll eat anything. All healthy
Yes.
eating goes out the door. You will eat whatever because you'll eat whatever is available because you're too
Yes.
tired to do anything else.
Yes.
So like
Wow.
on a Sunday, if like on a weekend, so on a Sunday, I buy meat, chicken or whatever, and I season it up and I portion them out in small Ziploc bags, just enough to
Yes.
take out and cook whenever, a little
Yes.
portion. And veggies, I cut them up and put them in Ziplocs as well. And
Mm-hmm.
so I can just take out and make a quick stir fry whenever.
Yes.
I always have fruit in the fridge,
Yes.
and like peas and beans and stuff like that. I try to boil them, burst them beforehand, and stick them in the
Yes.
freezer. So whenever I'm ready, it's just to continue to finish cooking it. Take out a little bit and finish cook it, and you have a meal.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing that people, get tired of, I'm hearing that in your meal prepping, your children would eat the same thing, your family?
Sometimes they don't always eat the same
Sometimes.
thing as me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
As much as I
Okay.
try they're not into veggies and things like me. So sometimes it
Okay.
comes down to
You'll
me
have to
having
cook
to
the,
make something separately or
yes.
like I said, like today. So I made rice for them and I just
Mm-hmm.
substituted the rice with the
With the,
cucumbers for
oh,
me.
okay.
But I
Right.
ate the same things that they ate, which was the lentil
Yes.
peas and the
The
stewed chicken. I had
chicken.
that as well.
Okay.
So sometimes I
Okay.
mean just like a slight variation you make for yourself. It's not like you're cooking completely different meals because who really
Okay.
wants to cook two
Oh,
meals at the end of the day?
that's right. Yes.
No,
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Okay. But
Uh,
sometimes I guess if they go for it, you can get them on, like, do a challenge with your family. Okay, for this month we're going to try this and then
yeah.
mix it up like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I always say as well, even if you have to outsource, so I see people, and I mean, bless their souls, who talk about making their own almond milk and making all this bread. And I do not have the patience for that. No
Yes.
desire at all to do any of that. So I have a
Yes.
friend who makes like a flaxseed flatbread. I buy that
Uh-huh.
from her often because that takes care of my if I need a bread, something for on a morning. And it's not
Yes.
expensive. As long as you can afford it, go ahead.
Mhm.
Anything
I
to
was so
make this whole thing easier
process
on you.
easier,
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah. And
Wow.
most of these supermarkets now they sell the little packs of veggies that you can stir
Mhm.
fry quickly.
Stir
They
fry,
sell seasoned
yes.
meat. They
Yes.
sell anything to make it easier for me. And as
Hmm.
long as I can afford it, I take that option
Okay.
because it's hard at times to come home tired and then still have to do all this. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Hmm.
Bread fonder. For some people, that
Hmm.
B word is like, so I just heard you say, you get a flaxseed bread from
Yeah, a
a
flatbread. Yeah.
friend made, yeah.
Hmm.
Do
So
you
I try.
still,
I still
Yeah.
eat bread, yes, but I don't eat plain white bread. I really try to
Okay.
avoid that because there's no nutritional value in plain white bread. So
Okay.
if I have to eat bread, I try to, in the rare occasion I would make, but I mostly buy, like, if I can get multigrain bread or whole wheat or whole
Mm-hmm.
grain, any whole grain option. And that
Mm-hmm.
applies for like pasta and stuff as well. I don't buy the plain white pasta. I try to get those
Okay.
healthier options. Yeah.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
a lot of
But still eat
substituting.
bread. And
You
like I
still eat
said,
bread, you
still,
can't.
yeah, but just not every day as well. And not in the amount that we're used to. Because
Right.
before I could remember sitting down to eat whatever and would slice the bread and I eating like 5 slices. That is way too much.
Okay.
Way, way too much. Yeah.
I,
So
I, I-
now I might have maybe 2 slices when I'm
yes.
having bread. Yeah. And I fill my plate with whatever else, if it's eggs or whatever veggies or choco or whatever, I fill it with that. Yeah.
Okay. I
So it's
like
not
that.
like you're feeling this, you're in this deprived state all the time. No, you don't want to be
Okay.
constantly feeling deprived because you will eventually binge and that will be it.
That will be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You said something about nutritional value, and what came to my mind as well is about reading of labels when you're doing your
Yeah.
grocery shopping. I heard, if you want to get in on this lifestyle, that's a part of it too. You have to start reading labels. Do you do
And
that, or
paying
is it
at
paying
times,
attention?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly I pay attention. I try to pay attention and read labels, but
Mm-hmm.
I I also have to be real and remember that I am not a millionaire. I live
Yes.
on a budget and
Yes.
I live within my means as well. So sometimes it might not be the greatest choice, but I have no choice. I'll still have it.
Yes.
So I like to make like um, chickpea salad and stuff like that. I still
Mm-hmm.
buy the one in the can, even though it's
In
not
the can.
the
Okay.
healthiest one. But most of the times I would forget to put the regular one in the pack, the loose one, to soak
Yes.
overnight. And then I don't have a pressure cooker. I
Mm-hmm.
am afraid of pressure cookers. I had an accident with one when I was young and I got burned on my face.
Ooh, and that was it. Yes.
I don't play with pressure cooker at all.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I still buy those things in the can. I try to
Mm-hmm.
look for the ones that list the ingredients only as so in the case of chickpeas and salt and water, and not all of these
Yes.
other chemicals or
Mm-hmm.
what they put in it. Yeah, try to keep it as
Okay.
simple as possible. Yeah.
Fonda, I'm really appreciating what you're sharing because another fear is that, oh my God, this lifestyle is very expensive. I have to change
No, no,
my
no.
whole pantry, throw away everything because they're saying you
No, no, no.
can't do
Let
this
me
and you
dispel
can't
that
do
one
that.
time. That's another
Yeah.
misconception people have that you have to buy all these imported veggies like arugula and um, the imported lettuce and stuff like that.
And
No.
organic, everything has to be
Yeah.
organic,
No, no,
which is
no.
triple the price.
I
Yes.
I go to my market and I
Yes.
buy whatever is, especially whatever is in season, so it's cheaper. So
Yes.
um okras and things are usually, I think right
Mm.
now pak choi is the one that people have a lot of. So it's not that expensive.
Okay.
When pak choi and stuff is in, when it's kind of plentiful, I eat that all the time.
Oh, so
So
strategy. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you buy whatever is cheap because
Mm-hmm.
most of us living on a budget because I mean in these
Yes.
COVID times a lot of people aren't working and
Even
stuff
more
like
so.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So and I buy a lot of local fruits and veggies. So always a set of okra and pak choy and bodhi and stuff like that. And we have kale. Kale, I used to real bad for kale, but
Yes.
kale is
No, yeah.
available locally now. It's not as
Yes.
expensive as before, so I buy it whenever I get it. Yeah.
Wow. I kind of appreciate
And
that.
local fruit.
Yes.
So
Local
I buy
fruits.
or whatever is in season. So I have a pumrak tree. When that tree
Right.
is full, I eat pumrak alone. I don't buy any other
Okay.
fruits. Right.
Okay.
And plums and stuff like that. Yeah. So I
Okay.
eat the local ones like bananas, Portugal, oranges, and
Mm-hmm.
you try to keep it simple. I mean, if you could afford strawberries and blueberries and those things you like, go right ahead. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, I can't always afford those things. So
Okay.
I try to stick to my budget most of the time.
Okay. I have a question. For those of us listening, with lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, etc. How do you factor that in making a decision to change your lifestyle, get fitness involved? Is it a one size glove fits all kind of thing, or do you have to do this in consultation with your
Yes,
medical professional? Okay, I want
yes,
to
because
start.
I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist, and I
Yes.
would advise you to get to work with a medical professional for that. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
know people who they got into this healthier lifestyle or fitness lifestyle
Yes.
because they had to. It
They
was
had
because
to.
they wanted to
Yes.
control their diabetes or they wanted to control their blood pressure, and
Yes.
the benefits of eating better and regular exercise, it really made a difference in their lives. They saw
Okay. I'm
great
glad.
progress with it, yes.
I'm glad because
But
Mhm, go
as
ahead. Sorry.
always, work with a medical professional for in
Yes.
those cases, yeah.
Yeah, because information is so freely available, we tend to do want to do it for ourselves. We read a lot, and
It's
okay, I'll
freely
do this, I'll do
available,
that.
yes,
But
but it's not always accurate. Remember, you have to bear that in mind.
that's right.
There's a lot of inaccurate stuff out there floating about that people read and take it as is, and you could get yourself
That's
in
right.
serious trouble. Yeah,
Great. I'm glad
yeah.
to hear that. Fonda, we're almost out of time, but
Hmm.
I want you to speak to the viewer today who is still saying, you know what, I really don't have the time to start this type of lifestyle. What would you say to that person?
I would say you need to prioritize. So you need to make your fitness or your healthier lifestyle a priority for you. There were times in the past, very early on, I used to get home from work and say, you know what, I'm too tired. Or I don't have the time to go to the gym or go to work out today. And then I would sit on my phone for 2 hours and scroll through Facebook or Instagram or look at a couple episodes of something on Netflix. And when you look at it, that is time that I could have spent
Yes.
on myself. So, there's always ways that you could cut corners and
Yes.
squeeze in that time. And like I
Yes.
said, you don't even have to go to the gym. You can work out at home. There are
Yes.
different sites. I think Fitness Blender is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one, Chloe Ting. I know a bunch of people who have been doing her workouts and challenges and have been seeing some progress. Yeah. So you
Okay.
can squeeze in some time for yourself at home. And
Right.
I know when you have kids, especially when you have younger kids, it's a challenger. But
Right.
even if it means putting them in front of the TV, giving them some extra TV time for you to squeeze in that extra 30 or 45 minutes for yourself, do it. Do
Yes.
it. This is for
Yes.
you.
It's for
You have
you.
to remember at the end of the day, this is for you and you're doing this for you. And in order for
Yes.
you to be the mom or the parent that they need you to be,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be taking care of yourself right. You
Wow.
have to be in a gear. Yeah.
Yeah. You just mentioned two things there, but and I'm thinking, these watches that you wear to track your steps, I think, how
Hmm.
many steps you take in a day. Do you have any recommendations like what someone could get to get started? Okay, I want to start, I'll start with walking. And so I need something to help me track. Well, what do you
All right.
recommend? What
So
do you know
another
about?
thing I would say is people, especially if you're now starting out and you're not sure if this is something you're going to stick with, don't rush
Mhm.
out and buy any fitness watch. When
Oh,
you're
okay.
more serious about it afterward, you can go and get a Garmin or a Fitbit or whatever. But for now, most of us
Okay.
always have our phone with us. There are many
Yes.
free apps you can download
On
on your
the
phone to help you track your steps. So I
mm-hmm.
use Map My Run, that's one, and the Strava. There are many free fit activity trackers that you can use on your phone,
On your
just to
phone.
try it out for now to see if it's something you will
Yes.
stick with. So when you're sure you're serious about it, go right ahead and
Then
invest
you
in a
go
fitness
and
watch or something. Yeah,
you
don't
see,
rush out and
good thing I didn't rush out and buy my fitness gear to come on the show today.
because maybe maybe running is not your thing,
It's not my
and
thing.
that money, those things aren't cheaper.
That's
That would be
right.
an
That's
expensive
right.
blunder there. Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
What
I
about
know people
tracking
who
what you eat? Do you have apps to track what you eat as well, or no?
I don't actually use any tracking apps,
Okay.
but there's one called MyFitnessPal. I know a bunch of people use that and it helps them tremendously. Myself
Okay.
just try to be as mindful as I can of what I consume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Wow. Folks, this has been an amazing program. My guest, Fonda Samuel of Fit Fonda fame, has been talking all things fitness with us, giving us encouragement, sharing her story, letting us know that it is doable. And she is living proof of this. Fonda, you have a picture on your Facebook page, a before and after,
Yeah.
when you were at your heaviest, and then I believe when you ran your first race,
Yes, my first half
when you
marathon. Yes, I remember that
half
picture.
marathon.
Yeah.
When you look back at that picture now, what goes through your mind?
I just think, I can't believe I did this. And I've continued to do this all these years
And
later.
you have continued to do this.
Yeah.
How many years since then?
It's about 7 or 8 years now that I have lost 70 pounds and kept it off.
70.
70. Because some people feel losing the weight is the hardest part. I
Mm-hmm.
would one up that and say maintaining the weight loss is the hardest part. Because you can do all kind of crazy diets and lose the weight, but to keep it
Yes.
off, that is where the challenge comes in. And if you don't teach yourself the proper habits and the benefits of regular exercise and eating healthier, that is where
Mm-hmm.
you will fall. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know we want to end, but what challenges have you faced? Give us one example of keeping the weight off.
Doubles.
I knew it. Oh
I
gosh,
love
girl.
doubles, but
Mm,
like I said, I try not to have it too often anymore. But I
discipline.
love doubles.
Discipline
Yeah.
yourself. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. There's a question though for persons with disabilities. How would you advise them? Have you dealt with persons like that who really still want to get active
No.
and
No, I
not as
haven't. And I would advise them to speak to a professional about that. Yeah.
okay?
I
How
really have no advice to give. Yeah.
no problem. Fonda,
Yeah.
we have a Bermudian listening to us, my friend from Bermuda, Erna, and she's asking, what is doubles, Erna? When I come back to Bermuda, I'll have to make doubles for you. It's a fried, Fonda, help me here. It's a
Fried
fried
flatbread,
patty bread, yes.
right,
And
with like a
chickpeas,
curried chickpea kind
yes,
of paste to put in between. Yeah.
yeah.
She can probably Google it. Google
Google it,
Trinidadian
Erna,
doubles.
then we'll
Yeah.
talk. Yeah, Trinidadian doubles, and then you have
Yeah.
other condiments like sweet sauce and tamarind sauce,
Cucumber. Yes.
cucumber. Oh, the work. So it's
Right.
a delicacy, and we love it. So getting
Yes, I
fit
love
and
it.
doubles is a kind of oh my god.
But it's not something I'm willing to give up.
Yes.
So how to
So
make it work.
it's now in moderation. Once
Yes.
a month, I could
Yes.
still have
Yeah.
some doubles. Una, we'll talk after. So, Fonda, final words as we
Hmm.
land this plane today. Someone wants to start. They want to start. They've heard you. They've heard your story. They identify with your journey. 3 small tips. What would you tell that person? How can they start today?
Um, Firstly, find your why you want to lose the weight. Don't make
Yeah.
it to be about, somebody telling you you should lose weight or anything like that. Make sure this is something you want to do, be it you
Yes.
want to look better or you want to, for health reasons or whatever.
Yes.
So, firstly, find your why.
Yes.
Secondly, set a goal, and it could be long term and short term as well.
Yes.
Something to work towards. And thirdly, just start. Just do it.
Just
Sometimes the hardest part is just starting. And when you get that behind you, it all just falls into place.
yeah,
Yeah.
wow. Fonda, solid advice. Even that
Yeah.
first point, and I know we want to end, but I have younger people listening, and
Hmm.
I remember the story going to school with a friend. She was on the heavier side, and it's a boyfriend that she wanted to lose the weight for, and we were trying to tell her, you have to do it for you, not for the
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Not
And then
not for anybody else. Yeah.
eventually they broke up, and she put all the weight right back on. So
Right.
finding your why
Yes.
is important. It has
Yes.
to be for you. And
Yes.
that's
Always
the
remember that. Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
And like I said, it doesn't always have to be for health reasons. It could be, I mean, you just want to have a super hot revenge body,
yes,
or you want to fit into a certain dress at your Christmas party, stuff like
yes.
that. It doesn't always have to be for health or anything like that. And don't
And nothing
let
is wrong
anybody
with that.
make you right. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty because that is your reason. That is your reason at the end of the day.
That's right. Wow. I like what was it? A super hot revenge body
Revenge
Fonda?
body, yeah.
I think I want a super hot. Woo! 2021 Fonda. 2021. Oh wow. Well, I don't see any questions, and it's 5 o'clock. It has been
Yeah.
such a pleasure speaking with you. I am so glad that you gave us your time today, Fonda.
Thank you for having
So
me, Gil.
on
I'm
behalf
sure you could tell I was very nervous, but I made it through.
that went through the window, I'm sure. I hope. So, on behalf of all of us here at Pearls of Great Price Empowerment Services, thank you for joining us on Afternoon Tea.
Thank you for
Folks,
having me.
until next time, what will we be chatting about next? You just have to come back and see. Until next time, bye.